So it looks like we could be getting a state of play very soon, according to a very reputable leaker, Jeff Grubb. Now, before we jump into all this greatness, if you could hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and share the video to keep the community informed. Now, let's jump into this info coming straight from, well, Jeff Grubb posting it on Twitter. As a quote tweet to the PlayStation Plus price increasing amongst the PlayStation blog post as well with the monthly games, Jeff Grubb says, "I've heard a state of play is coming, and this feels like a lead-in for that." And he clarifies further down when asked about there being a showcase that he does not know, and he just hasn't heard about one. So it seems as though this may be the event that everybody was waiting for, thinking, hey, there's a second showcase happening in August, which didn't end up happening in August. It is going to happen in September from the looks of things. And it's definitely not going to be the one that we've been waiting for, the one that we've been wanting all along, being that it's a state of play. And typically, state of plays don't end up being this big monumentous thing, right? This is going to be something that is likely on the moderate tier in terms of how extreme and how extravagant these things will be. My guess would be that we're likely going to see a focus on Spider-Man. Maybe we're going to see a little more than just Spider-Man, maybe some other games. Like we got Stellar Blade we're still waiting for, so that's a big one that a lot of people have been asking about, as well as this new PlayStation SKU that's supposed to come out for the PS5 with the modular disk drive. And I'm sure there are some indie titles thrown in between there and a few other things as well. But it's hard to say exactly what to expect, being that Sony has been very unpredictable these days. You know, if you just look at the price increase with PS Plus, for example, we can't really predict their next moves, and it seems that most people haven't been able to. So unless we're hearing from very, reputable leakers, it's pretty much a guessing game. And in this case, if I were to guess what we would see, again, Spider-Man 2 would definitely be there. I think that's a given. That has to be there, given it's coming out in October. And typically, sometimes they like to do these state of plays that give us another look. I mean, if you remember, Deathloop, we saw a ton of times before we actually played it. So this would be another game that we could see, at the very least, one more time before the official release date. And I'm sure they'll have, like, trailers that come out along the road until we get to release date. But I think one more deep look at it, maybe like a gameplay segment where it's a little more close and tight and really gives us that experience that we can expect with Spider-Man 2. And then they show us some hardware, maybe with the PlayStation 5 Slim, we'll call it. I know it's not a Slim, but that's what we're going to call it for the sake of just knowing what we're talking about. And also, like I said, Stellar Blade, maybe Rise of the Ronin, maybe something like that. And obviously the indie titles. I think that a lot of people are actually still waiting on Little Devil Inside, which I feel like had a release date for 2023. But alas, we have not seen it, and it certainly hasn't got an official release date, so I don't think we're seeing it in 2023. But I could be wrong. Maybe it'll be at the State of Play, and we see it later on this year. But yeah, so it looks like we could be getting a State of Play, guys. Very exciting stuff to a degree. I know it's not what a lot of people wanted, which was the showcase and the big blowout of titles from their first-party studios, but it is what it is. I mean, this is technically still a rumor, but it's coming from Jeff Grubb, which just I trust his sources. They've been correct quite a lot, especially recently. And so I think that this is very likely going to be something that happens. Let me know what you guys think will be coming from this state of play that is allegedly coming soon. Do you think we are going to see anything crazy? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. If you did not enjoy the video, hit the dislike button. Share the video to keep the community informed, and subscribe if you're new. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.